Hello and welcome to Ask a Member. I'm Ann Hughes, President of the Adrian Area Chamber of Commerce, and this is your opportunity to learn from our members, learn about them and learn from them. We're talking today with Judy Doan, who is the Director of Work Services, and welcome, Judy. We're glad to have you here.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
You know, you've been part of this community. You and I have known each other for a long time. We won't say how long, but for a very long time. But you've been working in Jackson, and your business, your nonprofit organization, actually has been housed in Jackson County and now has opened a branch in Lenawee.
Yes.
Can you give us some history?
I certainly can. We started Work Services in Jackson in 1999, and so we'll be celebrating our 14th anniversary coming up. And I started it specifically because we had a gap in services for special needs students over there. Primarily the higher functioning kids that were more learning disabled. We're getting a lot of autistic students that are coming in. A lot of adults in the mental health field that just really were having very difficult time. So I just decided that I had a really good staff with me that was willing to step up to the plate and help me get a business started. And so we just decided we were going to move ahead and do that. Then we did such a very good job over there working with Michigan Rehabilitation Services. The word spread to Adrian, and the counselors over there started talking with us, here in Adrian rather, and wanted to know why we hadn't opened anything up here since I lived in Adrian and was working in Jackson all these years. So.
Okay, so what do you actually do for your clients?
Everything we do is employment related. So my desire has always been to work with our youth, which is the future of all of us. Although we do work with a lot of adults, what I wanted to do was to get them started on the right track so that they would have good work behaviors and be ready to get actively employed in the community. So what we do is go actually into the high schools, and we do job readiness training classes during the school day. The students are allowed to come to that. They get school credit for doing it. They get certificates at the end of it. They build portfolios of things they're able to take on with them to gain employment. The next step for them is either to go into a community work experience program, like our summer program, which is just now coming up, or we do an after-school work experience program called First Step. After they're done with that, if they do successfully, then we do individual job development with them to really match them up with a job and an employer that's going to be supportive of them in terms of a long-term employment relationship. Okay. We do follow-up from that. We can do job coaching. We do accommodations if there's any of those that are needed. But the ultimate goal is everything we're doing is helping them get ready to work in
to
the
gain
community.
employment.
Yep.
And these are all special needs students?
Yes. Everybody we work with has some type of a disability. With an adult, it could be a heart condition. It could be somebody that was on work comp previously. It could be any ranges of things that could come up.
So other than, obviously, I can see how you can find the students in the schools, but how do you make connections with the other people in the community who can benefit from your services?
Basically through Michigan Rehabilitation Services, through going to community meetings, forums, getting the word out that we're available. We do talk to work comp insurance companies if they've got people that need help getting some rehabilitation services and getting people back on their feet.
Okay, so your clients, many clients are referred to you.
They're all referred to us.
What's the length of time of service that you actually, when somebody comes, I mean, on an average, when somebody comes in and you go through all the steps and...
on an average, it's 3 to 6 months. And we actually had one woman who was with us for 2 years and 2 months.
Wow.
She came every single week. She was determined, but due to her very severe disabilities, we just didn't know if it was ever going to happen. And by golly, it did. She started out making $10 an hour, working 20 hours a week, and she's now working full-time.
Oh, that's great.
So
one of my later questions was going to be, what's your favorite success story? And I have a feeling that, that might be it.
That's a good one.
What is your success level as far as job placement?
In Jackson, with the actual people who went into job development, we had a 78% placement rate. And
Okay.
these were some people who had some fairly severe disabilities, so
And
we're
you
very
haven't,
proud of that.
you haven't been open long in Lenawee County, so
No,
those,
we just started here in February, and out of the people we've had so far that have come in for job development, we've already got one placement, and she will be at her 90 days this month.
Oh,
So,
good.
and
So,
doing
so
very well.
success already.
One,
One,
but we're
that's
looking
okay.
for more. One is more than we
one
had.
client at a time.
Exactly.
So how do you find the businesses? I mean, obviously, you have to have businesses willing to participate and give these folks a chance. How do you find those?
Well, it's absolutely a one-on-one situation of going in and talking either to the owner, the manager, somebody in HR, somebody that's willing to sit down and really discuss with us what they're looking for in an employee. Because we still have to make sure the employer is going to be happy.
Sure.
And there's times we don't have people that maybe could fill the job they're looking for, but most of the time, with just a very simple accommodation at anything at all, the people are able to step in and to do the job. But everything has to be done on a very, very personal level. We need to go in, we need to sit down with the people, we need to hear about their business. I need to know what their hiring practices are, their policies, and then they need to hear about the things we're doing and the fact that people have worked with us, they've got a proven track record. We know what their attendance has been with us, we know what their motivation's been with us, and we'll try to help.
Just having come into Lenawee County to start your operation, do you have a feel yet for how the Lenawee County businesses are going to respond?
We're just beginning to get a feel. Our summer youth program is 8 weeks long. It's going to be starting June 18th, and we have been trying very hard to get 12 to 14 employers.
Okay. You have the students.
We have the students.
Okay.
And right now, we have a total of 7 employers.
Okay.
So I'm short.
So you
and
need
we're
5 to 7 more.
Getting concerned at this point. But I really think, by the end of the week, we're going to be successful. And we've learned that we have to accommodate. It's not just an 8 to 5. If places like Lenawee Recreation is busy in the evening, then we go in at 4 o'clock and work until 8 o'clock with the kids. So.
Okay. And you have a staff that goes in and stays right with them?
No.
No?
No.
You do that?
The people that are having them are going to be their natural supports at the workplace.
Okay.
We don't.
So that's a real commitment on their part.
It is. It is a big.
To not only give them a chance or make space for them, but to mentor them and support them while they're there.
And that's the investment, that old saying, it takes a village.
Right.
We can't do it all ourselves. We need the help, and we get the feedback from them. They evaluate the students just like you and I would get a personnel appraisal.
Okay.
We look at their attendance, we review everything, we try to work with any issues, anything that would come up, but we need the village to help.
Okay, so if people are watching this on our website or they're going to YouTube and seeing your interview and they're interested in learning more about your program and maybe giving your kids a chance, how do they get a hold of you?
Just call Work Services at 417-9675.
Okay.
Or jdone@workservices.net.
Okay, and
So
of course, you're
either
located right here in the Home
right
Design
here,
Gallery, 136 East Maumee Street, downtown
Right-
Adrian, right
right
across
down the
from
hall
City
from the
Hall. Yes,
chamber.
we're good neighbors.
Yep.
But this is really something that's important and critical for these young people's future.
It is,
and
the
for our own
schools
futures as
are
well.
very excited.
That's great.
I've
So-
visited 5 of them so far, and they are just ecstatic that we're here. So
Okay, one quick question, and you and I have talked about this before. How do you differ from Goodwill and the services they offer?
we basically serve different clientele,
Okay.
and the people that we work with sometimes are a higher functioning level, perhaps, than the students that go to Goodwill for some of their programs.
Okay.
And we do everything in the community.
Okay, where Goodwill
don't-
is
Maybe they
on
work
site.
in their retail or their
Okay.
production or different things. And everything we do is geared towards being involved in the community and doing volunteer service and things too, so.
Okay,
mhm.
very good. Well, hopefully you'll pick up a couple more employers from our
I-
conversation. And what's your phone number again if they want to call you?
417-9675.
Okay,
So,
Judy, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good luck with your endeavor.
Thank you. Need
And
it.
until next week, this is Ann Hughes, and this is Ask a Member.